Oh hi! Thanks for watching my video. Today we are going to be looking back at all of the Sims 3 expansion packs and touching on features that we still don't have in The Sims 4. The Sims 3 had 11 expansion packs and The Sims 4 also has 11 expansion packs as of right now. So I figured it would be a relatively fair comparison given that they both have the same amount. If anything, The Sims 4 has an advantage because there are also game packs for that game. But I was surprised to see just how much content was still missing in comparison to The Sims 3. Before we get into each pack, I'm just going to quickly explain why I'm making this video. So earlier this month we had a teaser trailer for the upcoming game pack and 2 kits. So far all we know is that the general theme of these packs is lights out, suggesting their content will be themed around late night life states or activities. In terms of the game pack, the words used are "go wild", and the imagery used in the trailer is just a full moon in the dark with a howling noise, so they're hinting pretty heavily that werewolves are next. Even though I can appreciate that Occults with their own pack in The Sims 4 are better than Occults in previous games, I still feel pretty disappointed at the idea of the next game pack being just one Occult pack. Bearing in mind this is just speculation. Vampires and spellcasters have their own packs in The Sims 4, and they have been done better than in previous games. But that has definitely come at a cost. I've mentioned this before, but I really don't like the way you have to pay $20 for one Occult, and a pack that uses the same copied and pasted ranking system from Get Famous. I would love to see werewolves in The Sims 4, don't get me wrong, but I'd definitely be disappointed if the pack is just werewolves, especially considering we haven't had an expansion pack in almost a year, so this gameplay is likely going to be the only new gameplay we will be getting for a while. I read a few speculation articles that suggested perhaps this upcoming pack will be The Sims 4's answer to late night. However, many of the features in The Sims 3 Late Night are already in The Sims 4, courtesy of various other packs. But it was at that point where I was looking into this when I realised just how much content was in a Sims 3 expansion. Even if you halved its content and made it a game pack, it would still have much more than what we get in a game pack for The Sims 4. So, in the spirit of having a bee in my bonnet, I thought I'd make a cheeky little video where we briefly touch on some of the items and features we got in Sims 3 expansion packs that we don't have in The Sims 4. I'm going to touch on these packs in the order that they were released. Given the sheer amount of content in each expansion, there are bound to be things that I miss here. And if you notice something from a Sims 3 pack that isn't in The Sims 4, please do feel free to comment below. So, let's start with World of Adventures. World of Adventures was the first expansion pack for The Sims 3, and it introduced 3 new worlds: China, Egypt and France. I can't really complain that these worlds are missing because The Sims 4 does have vacation worlds, it's just that it was done differently. The Sims 4 didn't have a travel expansion pack, it instead had 2 worlds in 2 game packs. Not counting Mount Komorebi because that is a livable world. So for the same price as World of Adventures, you could get 2 worlds instead of 3, and neither of those worlds have side quests or even close to the amount of lots. But worlds aside, there was also the ability for Sims to learn how to make nectar and learn martial arts. The sim type of mummy was also left behind in The Sims 3. Moving on to Ambitions, a career-focused pack that introduced professions, The Sims 3's answer to gigs. The Sims 4 does have a similar active career system like professions, but there are some professions in The Sims 3 that never quite made it over to The Sims 4. Take the firefighter profession for example. Ambitions also featured a tattoo location so that Sims could go in-store and get a tattoo. They could also ride motorcycles, and children could host their own little bake sales. Late Night, one of my personal favourite Sims 3 packs. Late Night gave us a lively city with a celebrity system, vampires, and a few things that we still don't have in The Sims 4, such as cars, a subway travel system, bouncer NPC Sims, and a few more sorely missed features. Zodiac signs were an appreciated feature in the previous Sims game, and I often get comments from you guys talking about wanting them back in The Sims 4. Late Night also introduced the ability to form bands and perform on stage as a band. This is something I really wish we could do in The Sims 4, and I may have to revisit Late Night for a separate video and live out my dreams of being a rock star in The Sims. Generations, the best Sims 3 expansion in my opinion, and the expansion that felt like there was more missing in The Sims 4 than most of the other Sims 3 packs. Generations had milestone events for various life stages. Children could attend a school dance, host a slumber party, and attend boarding school. Teens could attend prom and learn to drive. Adult Sims and older could experience a midlife crisis. Memories were also stored in a memory scrapbook. Running a daycare as a profession was introduced. Toddlers and children could interact with their imaginary friend, and life's precious moments could be captured in a home movie recorder. There were loads of little details in this pack that I don't think I can list them all, but there were definitely a lot of things that haven't made a comeback, body hair being one of them, although that could change with the werewolf pack. Then we had pets. The main thing from this pack that didn't make it to The Sims 4 are the pets themselves. A few things that we did not see in The Sims 4. Unicorns, horses, lizards, turtles, snakes and birds. The Sims 3 pets also had the iconic ice cream truck and the ability to make shopping lists. Showtime was the 6th expansion for The Sims 3, and it added a sprinkle of glitz and glamour to the game. Sims could perform on stage as a magician, acrobat or singer, the latter being the only thing to return to The Sims 4. Sims had the ability to plan and customise the stage that they perform on, with props, lighting and effects. They could also let loose and have fun on the dance sphere and mechanical bull. Showtime also featured the genie, and we haven't seen him since. Occults made their way to The Sims 3 with the Supernatural pack. So The Sims 3 had mostly all of the occults grouped together in one pack. Vampires were originally released in Late Night, but they were expanded upon in Supernatural. Supernatural had witches, which we do have in The Sims 4, but they are instead called spellcasters. Werewolves were a featured occult, which we currently don't have, but could see in the next game pack. There were also fairies and zombies, which have yet to be added to The Sims 4. Following the Supernatural pack, we had everyone's favourite, the Seasons expansion. One thing that was noted when The Sims 4 Seasons came out was the lack of depth in snow. I personally never really cared about this, but quite a few people mentioned it, so I thought I'd add it in here. The thing I missed from this pack were the seasonal activities, like the ability to send love letters during spring, build igloos in the snow, and send my Sims out trick-or-treating during Halloween. Seasonal festivals were also a huge selling point of this pack. Every season, the largest park of the town would be transformed into a seasonally appropriate festival, offering a range of activities like pie eating, apple bobbing, and pumpkin picking. University was the 9th expansion for The Sims 3, and there were a few features included that have long been forgotten in The Sims 4. A personal favourite of mine was the photo booth. I can't explain why, I just thought it was a really cool object, and I liked hanging the little photo booth pictures up on the wall. Fraternity and sorority housing was also a lot type rather than just university housing. And attending lectures wasn't just a rabbit hole activity. You could actually go in with your Sims and attend the lectures too. Then we had Island Paradise, the 10th expansion for The Sims 3, and boy was it different to The Sims 4 Island pack. Sims were able to own and live on houseboats. They could also own and run a resort, and when Sims went diving underwater, we could actually go with them and see underneath the sea surface. There was actually quite a lot of explorable space under the water, and there was the mythical creature that was the Kraken. I'm sure there are loads of other small things that we didn't get in The Sims 4 that I've missed, but that's all I can think of right now, so make sure you let me know in the comments if you can think of anything else from this pack or the other packs that I've missed. And finally we had Into the Future, the very last expansion for The Sims 3. This one is the most difficult one to look at for a video like this, because the entire concept is missing from The Sims 4. We don't have anything similar to this pack. So pretty much everything here is missing from The Sims 4. I guess the main missing feature here is time travel, and that's probably a feature that we'll never see in The Sims 4. But who knows? They might be introducing werewolves 8 years into The Sims 4, so I guess anything could happen. So there are just a few things from The Sims 3 expansion packs that we don't have in The Sims 4. Of course, there are things in The Sims 4 that we don't have in The Sims 3, but today's video was more about looking at features that have been forgotten. What do you think of this video? I'd love to know in the comments. But for now, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, you know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!